What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the power plant. The work whistle blew, so that means it's time to come back in. I know it's been a minute. Just life has gotten a little bit crazy for me, but it be what it be. I also broke a tooth in the process trying to chase a rat out of the MCC.
You'll never get me alive!
I don't know how the rat got a machine gun and hit me with the butt stock.
What can I say? I like my DACA.
Fair enough, you gremlin. Anyways, you know him, you love him. It's our rat buddy Justin, and you see on the video a possum named Mo. So before we get into that, I'm going to let Justin explain what this is and how it's going to work. All right, Rat, do your job.
Alright. We are doing a little three-part series called What Your Favorite Legendary Pokemon Says About You. And I say three-part because, well, there's a ton of legendaries and mythicals, so we're breaking it down into three different categories. Main main plot and story legendaries like Mewtwo, Ho-Oh, Lugia, sandwich lizards, etc. for part one. Part two is going to be the sub legendaries like the legendary birds, legendary dogs, the Reggies, etc. And part three is gonna be the mythicals, which I guess Mew falls under. I'm honestly trying to keep track of all them. Also, Joe, I think um Mo typed the thing.
Yeah, exactly. And Justin, real quick, tell him how Mo helped us out with this video.
Yeah. Yeah, our friend Mo, when we were scripting all this, all three of us put in little entries regarding legendaries, our opinions on them, and what they say about the person who likes them. Just purely for the funny. This is this is just bits. No need to take anything super seriously. But yeah, our friend Mo contributed to a good chunk of the entries here, and we will be crediting them as we get to them.
Exactly, my rat buddy. And so this is kind of similar, sort of, to how me and Justin did the What Your Marvel Rival Main Says About You. Except it completely devolved in us just talking trash about the legendaries itself. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I
So
mean,
let's
I,
go
I
ahead.
mean, I tried to keep mostly to the says about you bit, but I will admit that we've all kind of spiraled into a bit of that, a bit of the rants, but eh, whatever's funny.
Exactly. We do this for the funny. With that being said, I'm going to start us off, Justin. Mewtwo. Oh, so you like him fake too? You try to find a way to justify him having two different megas, but deep down in your Black Abyss heart, you know that canonically he only uses one of them in the damn show.
Technically, both are correct. There's two Mewtwo's for some reason, and each one uses a different one.
Yeah, it's really weird. Lugia. Alright, let's talk shit about this. Guardian of the Sea is not even a water
This
type.
one, I believe, is Moe's.
Yes, this is a Mo response. Uh, Alright, let's talk shit about this. Guardian of the Sea, not even a water type. Also, is not even found in the region where his three birds are. His bird's got a Galarian form. Meanwhile, he's at the bottom of the Whirl Island, and I've gotten lost there even with a map. It's shiny as fucking pink. Its shadow form is better than its shiny. You can only see it in an expensive GameCube game. And even then, if you want to keep it in another game, you have to purify it.
which is a bit of an ordeal. Right? Next Mo response is Ho-Oh. Your name is literally Ho and Ho backwards. The only redeeming thing about you to me is you're shiny. Your cutscene in Heart Gold makes you look more derpy than Lugia. You didn't help with the burned tower, which makes me think you had a hand in it. You make the most derpy dogs, except maybe Suicune. Guess we know who the favorite child is, considering it got its own box art. And you appear in the anime years before you're introduced. Okay, Justin pointed in, to be fair. Entei got his own movie, and Raiko got a spin-off that people tend to forget exists.
You forgot it existed too until you looked it up.
I only remembered it point blank when we were talking about Ho-Oh for this.
Next, next
All
up,
right. Next, Kyogre. By virtue of picking the shiny blue game cartridge, you get to stand proud and say you didn't get shafted in legendary choices back in Gen 3. Well, at least before ORAS came out. Aside from your obvious enjoyment of marine biology, I get the feeling some of you identify a bit too well with being the bully older sibling that gave your little sib swirlies in the bathroom. Until the little bugger grew up strong and gave you a swick karmic punt to the crotch that burned with the intensity of Primal Groudon's Desolate Land ability.
Groudon. Hey, this was my first legendary, but he's the most derpy of the Gen 3 boys. His shiny is baby puke green, and while his pure ground type would have benefited from a fire type to make his drought more viable in his base form, don't get me started on the primal.
Joe, you're ranting again. Also, Primal Groudon is absolute nightmare fuel.
Justin, do I have to talk about this next one?
It do be on the list, bro.
Not Mega, Rayquaza. Oh, it's you, the most overhyped Gen 3 legendary. I feel like you would have a Ray Ray figurine on an altar, wouldn't you? I love his design.
I'd also like to add that this thing is why Nintendo mind wiped the existence of Mega Evolution from the games until Legend ZA got announced. Anyway, Dialga! You will never shut up about his primal design for Mystery Dungeon. And I don't blame you, that look is absolute fire. Also, you have a concerning affinity for JoJo references.
Palkia, you both love and fear the concept of a sea dragon that can warp the fabric of space to its will, but you also have enough humor to realize that a lot of his fear factor dies when you realize his cry is the, is the anime sound like the lizard Obi-Wan Kenobi rides and to chase General Grievous in episode 3. And fun facts, back in the day, if you googled Palkia's weakness, it said Salamence.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Like, no other dragons, just Salamence.
Garatina. Ah, my dragon boy, my son, my demonic king of the dark world.
Shadow the Hedgehog looking bitch ass.
Shut the fuck up, Justin. Garatina is a beast, and I have no complaints, but his shiny is the best of the Gen 4 legendaries. All I have to say is, my son!
Reshiram. This one's a Mo response. Um, Reshiram. Deus Ex Machina. All this Gen 5 box art looks good, in my opinion. The way you get it is so fucking. Oh my god. You are literally given the item that is literally in an egg by the villain team from N, who is best antagonist IMO. The shiny is absolute shit. how you get it is BS with the fight, and then having to redo your whole team because you have to add it to your party. Also, Kyurem White's design sucks ass, and this is all coming from someone who likes fire types. Alright,
Zekrom! Ah, the electrician's favorite dragon. Zekrom is such a speed demon with his space speed, much like Reshiram. You would get it from an egg, but just before you fight Yen, who has the counterpart of this beast. I love his base design, but the shiny could do a little better. I have no complaints about Kyurem Zekrom. It's actually kind of cool.
E. I like both of them, but that's just me. Speaking of which, Kyurem! Fan artists galore. If I had a nickel for every time someone made their own original dragon design for this thing, fused with both Gen 5 box dragons, I could retire in less than a year. Gotta be honest though, I don't blame you. A lot of your designs go hard, and I wish the concept was canon. A note from Mo, I agree because the half-fused designs suck ass.
Xerneas, I think this was a
This one
Mo.
was a Mo.
You're the most forgettable legendary of Gen 3, Gen 6. You're on the box art, utterly useless, and your design is shit. Your base form sucks, and your active form, the only cool part, is the form we rarely see. You're you're the only one of the legendaries I'd never take into League. Your shiny sucks in both forms. You could have benefited from a dual typing, but no, pure fairy. I hate you so much. Bacon bird forever.
Alright. Speaking of the bacon bird, Yveltal! Shadow the Hedgehog looking. Wait, I did that joke. But for real, I get the feeling if Giratina wasn't a thing, this bird would be the face of Pokemon creepypasta fans. He's the literal embodiment of death. Unless you count Dusk Noir. Then again, even in the edgy Mon category, you guys still suffer from forgotten child syndrome. Mainly because your boy has to compete with the literal Poke Antichrist. Oh, Zygarde! Scavenger hunters extraordinaire. I genuinely fear anyone who has the time and energy to scour the Kalos region to find every single cell and core to get this thing to 100%. All around some level of determination that I can't help but respect. You set your sights on this bootleg Megazord, and I admire your commitment.
Cosmog. Hello, people with literally only one joke that they hammered to the ground. I swear, does anyone even remember that this thing is Cosmog and not Nebby?
Osmoem! Wait, this thing exists? It has fans? Huh. Moving on. Ogoleo! I can think of two types of people off the top of my head who would love this thing's design to bits. Furries, and surprisingly more rare, Zoids fans. Of which I am one. Which reminds me, I find it weird that Lily still calls it Nebby after it evolves. His name is Liger Zero, thank you very little!
Old ass rat.
Shut up.
Lunala, a moonbat, really? Your only redeeming feature is your shiny, which looks like a blood moon. You also have. You are also fucking hard to control in the ultra wormholes. I can see why most people use the giant cat. I have to say, despite everything, you are the legendary I would like most.
I believe that
That
one
was a mo.
Okay. Okay. Necrozma. Oh, where do I begin? There are there are two different types of Necrozma survivor. Note that I say survivor and not fan. Casual players who thought that Ultra Sun and Moon would be too easy and got chokeslammed for it, and Nuzlocke players who still drop flowers at the metaphorical grave of runs murdered by this thing.
I'm one of those people.
Oof. Okay, here's the secret third type of Necrozma survivor. The poor photosensitive kids who tried fighting this thing's ultra form with the 3DS slider cranked to max.
Ugh. Justin, tell who's next.
Zacian.
Zacian, Sword Puppy. I love this mon. Pokemon Sword was my first game on my Switch. I thoroughly enjoyed getting this boy, and he's a beast and better than the other Sword and Shield duo. Not much left to say, but stabby puppy.
Zamazenta. Middle/forgotten child syndrome. Like, to a concerning degree. I don't see many of you come up to bat for this thing over the Sword Doggo, but I respect your commitment. Though, I'm gonna say, I wish this guy wasn't a dog. They missed the perfect opportunity to go 2 for 2 with Zoid's designs and make this boy a shield liger!
Refer back to Solgaleo comment.
Referring
Eternatus.
back to the response to the Solgaleo comment.
Eternatus, the devil of the Gigantamax. This demonic poison dragon is only the third poison dragon type. The others are in Gen 6 and 7, respectfully, but I love his design and its boss fight was fun. But are there fans of this mon or just people who like to roast it?
Who knows? Anyway, here's the next Mo response. Calyrex. As Mo says, you are the most useless fucker on this list. You have to have a child do everything for you. Your design is shit and it gets worse with your horse, of which there are 2. And the horse has a better design. Again, 2 of them. You are the reason I hated the Crown Tundra DLC. Your shiny also sucks.
I didn't hate the Crown Tundra DLC. I thought it was kind of fun, to be honest. That was the only drag part of it.
Yeah, me too. I will say Calyrex was a bit of a forgettable legendary from my opinion.
Yeah,
but I will admit, the Calyrex design with the horses went hard. He just needs the horse to be cool. Go right on next.
All right, to get the Jurassic Park reference out of the way, because me and Justin are both old. Dinosaur. This derpy boy is my favorite of Gen 9, personally. I love it's derpy and silly, but when it's time to nut up or shut up, he's a warrior through and through. Give him some sandwiches, and he gets better and better. When you can use him in battle, enjoy the slaughter.
Miraidon.
A Mo response.
Sandwiches? Really? I feel like this one's written as a downright counter to yours. You are a Pokemon from the future, a legendary Pokemon, and you're a coward for most of the game. While I understand the plot line, why? The only reason people kind of like you is because you actually look like a motorcycle. Your ultimate mode also kind of sucks. I like you better in low power. Also, chime in from me. Your silhouette in battle mode is incredibly sus.
And you get to end it, Justin. You get to end the video.
And finally, closing out part 1, we have Terapagos fans. You people are infinitely smarter and braver than me because to this day, I still have no clue how stellar type works, and I'm not gonna go conspiracy theorist and figure that shit out. I can just imagine you mad lads putting together corkboards and charts just to decipher the mechanics of this absolute nonsense. The little guy is adorable in the Horizons anime, so at least you have that going for you. And for that, I believe that is part 1.
Yep. Thank y'all so much for watching. A big shout out to our lovely, lovely friends Mo and our co-host Justin for always helping me out with these videos. It makes it a lot of fun. Uh, yeah, be ready for in a couple weeks because this took a lot of brain cells, and me and Justin don't have very many left. To do this video, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out Beyond Caliber if you want to check out some D&D content. Follow me on Twitch at Infamous, same username. I love you guys. And Justin, do you hear that sound?
I think I do.
Work whistle is blown. See you guys.
Later.